Hey guys, and welcome back to another video of Factorio in my 0.12 playthrough. I'm Exterminator, and thanks for joining me. So I've done a tiny bit of work off screen, or crafting rather. I've made some furnaces, picked up a lot of belt, made some inserters, and I made a level 3 assembling machine and some productivity modules so we can get alien artifacts being turned into the purple pack, since we do need that, because I kind of want more robot upgrades, and they obviously take that. So I've also cleared out a big area up here. Here is my plan. I want to get the smelting thing up and running, but my plan for right this minute is I'm going to go ahead and throw down a roboport, if I can make one more. And I'm going to extend this network so we can clean out all these trees. And then I'm going to make some more stuff in my hand furnaces and all that. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and answer the questions that came in for the Q&A/AMA video that I put out a week or so ago. There's not really enough questions to make an entire video for it, which is why I'm not doing that. And I could respond to them just to the people who ask, like in the comments, but that doesn't really explain much for anyone else who watches my videos. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that here, and then I'm also on the next episode of From the Depths, which I'm also recording today. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to answer them on there, so some of you who watch both my Factorio and From the Depths videos will pretty much get the answers twice, but that way it kind of covers all the audiences, and I think that's probably just the best way to do it right now, since there's not really enough to make an entire video for answering those. Okay, so let me just set this up here. I'm not that great at like reading something and multitasking in the game, so that wouldn't turn out too good. Let's go ahead and clear all these out. Alrighty. Oh shit. Let me just, okay. And I am going to say the names of the people who asked them, but I do want to apologize ahead of time if I pronounce your name wrong or butcher it. I am a little bit dyslexic, so and names have never been my forte, but I feel for something like this, it's a good thing to say who said it. Okay, so first question here is by Clonin, which obviously you guys know who I'm doing split dependencies with. He has two questions. His first one is, well, it's kind of one. So let me get started here making all these. His question is, how long have you been playing video games? What were the first games you really got engrossed in? Okay, to answer the first part, I've been playing video games probably, trying to think back, my parents actually, and kind of also based on the school I went to, from kindergarten all the way up until 8th grade. Based on all that, my parents actually didn't let me play any video games until I was a lot older than kids nowadays. I think the first time I played a video game was when I was like 12 or so. So and I'm 22, so I've been playing them for 10 years, about. I don't remember exactly how old I was when I started, but I was a lot older than most other kids, especially nowadays, you know, kids like 6 years old are playing video games. But yeah, so I've been playing probably for about 10 years, fairly consistently. You know, there were some times where I'd play less and sometimes more. I've actually been playing a bit less now than I used to, simply due to my internet situation and some other stuff. So there's that. And what were the first games I really got engrossed in? That's a good question. Need some more of these. Don't want to make those by hand. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Engrossed in is kind of different than the first game I played. I think the first game I really got engrossed in was probably like a game called Rise of Nations. and then the very first Halo, like the very first like Halo Combat Evolved on the PC. Those games were some of the first ones I played, and I really got into those. And someone else asked a question here in a minute that kind of ties into that, but either that, the very first game I played ever was actually Zoo Tycoon 2, and I got pretty engrossed in that, but you know, not quite to the extent of the other ones. So there's that. The next question is by Thunderbird Antheris. I believe that's how you say that last name. When are you going to play Star Citizen? Well, I looked it up, and it actually looks really cool, but unless I'm mistaken, like Wikipedia or whatever says it's not going to come out until 2016. So either I'm misunderstanding and Wiki has the wrong information, or there's like an older version. So it looks pretty cool. If it's not out yet, I'll maybe play it when it comes out, because it does. I hadn't heard of it, but it actually looks pretty interesting. So you know, if you want to let me know, like I don't know, is there like an older one and there's a remake, or is the wiki wrong and it's already out? I'm not sure. Okay, so let's go set some preliminary stuff up here while I finish answering these. I need way more steel. And the next one is by VLC 0, and they ask, what is your favorite game ever? In parentheses, it can be a really old game. And my inventory is full of crap. That kind of ties into that first question by Clonin. I would say my favorite game of all times is a tie between Rise of Nations and the first Halo on PC. And the reason I say that is because to me they were really fun games anyway, but also I have a lot of really good memories with those games. I used to play both of those very extensively with my dad, and we'd also have my best friend over, and all three of us, myself, my best friend, and my dad would all play both those games. Sometimes I'd have a couple friends over and we'd all play together. So I just have really good memories with those games, and they were super fun. If you're into strategy games, I would definitely suggest Rise of Nations. It's older, like early 2000s. The first one came out, I think, in like 2001 or 2002, and then there was an expansion a couple years later. But for how old they are, they're pretty decent graphics-wise and gameplay-wise, and it's just really fun. So I would suggest that for sure if you're into strategy games. But those are probably my two favorite games of all time. I would say the next runner-up would probably be, I don't know, the first Guild Wars. I got really into. Factorio obviously is up there. It's probably right up there too, second or third on the list for sure. It just doesn't really have that kind of memory that those other games have. Okay, so if we want, I'm going to take a quick pause here from the questions and try to do this so I'm actually doing something. Actually, let's go set up. Is this in the network? It is. Let's go set up purple packs. Actually, that might be a good idea. And let me just think here for a second. Okay. The next one is by Heltec. I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce that first part of your name. Again, I apologize if I mispronounce names. That's really never been my thing. So, he has two questions. Oh, and I'm sorry, VLC 0 actually had one more question. What do you enjoy most in Factorio? And that's from VLC 0 still. And that's a difficult question. I would say probably, I don't know, that's that really is quite a difficult question for me to answer. This is a little bit of a problem. I would say my favorite, what do I enjoy most about Factorio? That is, I'm serious, that's quite difficult for me to, that's quite difficult, to answer. I would say maybe trains or probably, I don't know, like as weird as this is, I would say maybe like setting up like circuits and advanced circuits and processing units and stuff. For some reason, I just always find that a very fun thing to do. So probably that and trains I enjoy most. I enjoy the combat, actually. That would probably be one of the top things. I really enjoy the combat in Factorio. So, there's that. Okay, so now on to Hail Tech. And he says, Factorio, the best and worst parts. That kind of ties into the other question. I would say the worst part, and obviously this is just my opinion because everyone's going to experience things differently in the game and have different opinions. My artifacts are somewhere in a box down here. In my opinion, I would say the worst thing is probably... I need to go deal with that. Is probably the burner stage of the game. Like, I understand why it's there, and I think it should still be there because it makes sense, and it wouldn't really make sense if it wasn't there. But to me, I just find it kind of really boring and uninteresting after the first 1 or 2 times. I don't know, I would say that's probably the worst part, and I know I can like skip it if I want to, but I'm not really into that type of thing, of just skipping parts of the game. Wow, we're like really low on turrets here. But yeah, so that's probably the worst part. The best part of Factorio, again, I don't know that I can list one specific thing. Again, trains are very cool. They're a very interesting part of the game. You can do so much with them. They're quite interesting. Maybe, I would say maybe the best part of the game is just the fact that you can like play it forever if you want to. Like, that may sound like kind of a weird answer, but that's one thing really cool. This is gonna take forever, but that's one thing really cool about Factorio, I think, is that, you know, the map's unlimited, and even though there is an end objective, even once you hit that now, with the new rocket silo and stuff, you can keep launching them if you want, or you can just avoid doing that and just kind of expand infinitely until your computer like blows up from the lag. I honestly would say, in my opinion, that's probably the best part. I'm gonna throw in a little redundancy here with these power pools, but that's probably the best part of Factorio, is that you can pretty much just play it infinitely until you decide you don't want to anymore. Whereas a lot of games kind of don't allow you to do that, either due to a map size or that once you complete the objective, the game just ends, which is how it was in Factorio 0.11. I remember my very first game, sometimes I want to go back and play it, except I'd already called in the rocket fence and the countdown timer was at like 5 minutes and I couldn't stop it. So but now it's not so much like that. And still no steel. Wow. So I would say that's probably the answer to that question. Next question by him is, how much time do you spend recording versus just having off-screen fun? That's a really good question. I wonder that myself about a lot of other YouTubers, and I can see why you're curious. It's probably, the answer is going to surprise you. The answer is pretty much none. Well, not none. Very little time off screen. And there's a few reasons for that. I would say, how much time do I spend off screen just having fun, like in games? I don't know, not much. I don't really play Factorio at all off screen. And I mean, the reason for that is because usually I'm doing like, I'm just gonna think here in my head, so don't mind me standing still. Usually having like at least 1 or 2 Factorio series going, which is quite a bit of Factorio by itself, but then on top of that, all the designs that I like want to do or have ideas for, I'm already doing in the series. so I don't really want to just do them again in single play, like by myself off screen. And I mean, that's really the big reason. And then usually, I mean, I record Factorio quite a lot, so then by the time I'm done, I don't really want more Factorio, playing it, that is. I do watch quite a lot of Factorio, but I play, and I know you guys are going to cringe at this, I do play League of Legends, off screen obviously, on my free time, and I play, really the only games I play off screen is League of Legends and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Those are the only games I play off screen, pretty much. And I don't play them that often either. So, I mean, that's kind of the deal there. I think I actually want both lines inside, rather than splitting them. But yeah, so that's kind of the answer to that question is not very much. I don't spend very much time playing games off screen just for fun, and that may seem like bad, but it's not, because I mean I work, like obviously non-YouTube related, and then I also do YouTube, so I'm pretty busy as it is, and then on the free time I do have, I pretty much just watch stuff for fun. You know, I watch a lot of Factorio, for sure. I watch, you know, like Minecraft, like Zisto's Minecraft stuff. I really enjoy that. I watch that. And, let's see, what else? I watch some streams, like some Hearthstone streams. And then I just watch a lot of, like, TV series. Like right now, I'm watching Falling Skies. I don't know if any of you have heard of that, but it's really awesome. And, like, the last week, I've just been, like, binge watching it. Like, I'll just, like, at night, I'll just watch like 4 or 5 episodes in a row, and they're like 45-minute episodes. So, that's pretty much what I do on my free time. I don't play a lot of games, and the ones I do play are just the 2 I just mentioned. But, you know, I don't mind that, because I have a lot of fun doing this recording as well. And then, the second to last person, and I'm sorry, this name, I don't know that, I don't think I can pronounce this even close. The last name is, I think, Skorsky. The first name I want to say is like Matush. I'm not sure. I don't think it's an English name, so I'm not. I apologize. It says your anime series you watched recently. So, what was the? I know these inserters are wrong. I can't talk and do this at the same time. But the anime series I've watched recently, I don't really watch many anime series now. I watched a lot of Naruto a long time ago. I watched a lot of Bleach, and then I kind of got bored of both. Right now, I pretty much just watch One Piece. I really, really enjoy One Piece, and I watch it like every week when a new episode comes out. So, that's pretty much it. Recently, that's it. I think I want to rearrange these, actually. I've watched Hunter x Hunter like 3 or 4 times. That's probably one of my favorite series of all time. I really, really enjoy that, but I haven't obviously watched it recently. And, yeah, I mean, that's really about it for anime recently. I haven't found any good anime that I'm, like, super interested in. So, that's kind of that. And then, last question is, and I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name again, is by, God Uranus. I assume that's how you pronounce it, all one word. And, he says, you seem to be grabbing a lot of food while playing Factorio, so what are the stuffs you eat? And he says, I'm just curious because when I eat snacks, I eat like a lot of the same things, and it's really boring. And I'm sorry, the answer will probably disappoint you. It's the same thing for me. Pretty much, when I'm eating a snack, on screen or off screen. I don't really like to do it on screen unless I'm just like starving. When I eat a snack, it is 4 or 5. It's usually like cheese and crackers or a boiled egg. That's pretty much it. I don't have a lot of variety in that department either. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, I like both those snacks a lot, so it doesn't really matter that much that it's that it's not different. So that's pretty much it. You know, sometimes I'll have like rice and then some form of protein in it with like soy sauce. That's what I have sometimes, but usually like when I'm recording, I'll just have like a boiled egg or something. Pretty easy. So that is the answer to that question. And that was all of them, actually. Took longer than I thought. I apologize I didn't do a ton. I believe I set this up right. So yeah, and this video is probably way longer than it should be already. Oh, not really. Okay, so I got a little done. So yeah, thank you for the questions, guys. I really enjoyed answering them. So now maybe you know a little bit more about me. You know, what kind of games I like and what I eat and what I do a little bit on my free time. I obviously do non-game and TV related stuff too on my free time, but that wasn't really the question, I don't think. So, well, I mean, I guess kind of. I don't know. I don't have a ton of free time, and the free time I do have, I just spend like watching stuff. Because I'm usually really tired. And yeah, so there we go. I think I laid this out right. Pretty much I'm gonna like future-proof this whole thing where we're gonna bring these extra resources in. I'm gonna actually do 2 lines of each, or 2 facilities rather. So this is 8 long, I believe. Unless I I think I'm missing one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm missing one. I'll go one more down. But I'm gonna do like 2 of these for iron and 2 of these for copper. And then just my plan is to cut off these lines of iron and copper. Like, how long did I have that off? Maybe not that long. Cut them off like, that's kind of in the way. Either move this and do it like here, or do it down here. Just cut these off completely so they stop here. And then obviously move these over and stuff and merge in 2 lines of iron and 2 lines of copper from up here. Because I really want to try to future-proof this so I'm not like trying to deal with all this again. I should have done this to begin with, but oh well. So I'm going to work on this a little bit off screen so it's ready next time. Again, I apologize I didn't get a lot done, but I figured I would just answer the questions now. But, shit. Some of these are facing the wrong way, huh? Nope, they're not. I'm actually confusing myself. I'll fix it off screen. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it. Thank you so much for watching as always. I really appreciate it. Do hope you enjoyed and found it interesting. Maybe some of the stuff I answered, but yeah, until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.